for Floridian standards, right? And you are correct, my friends. It is very warm, very humid. There's a live look outside, kind of a hazy view, right? You see the lights glowing, a lot of moisture in the air. You can kind of see it, you can feel it as soon as you walk outside, right? So temperatures as you get outside, this is Hillsborough and Pinellas County that we're starting off with. Dunedin, Clearwater Beach, Seminole, all sitting in the mid 70s right now. Odessa, you guys are waking up at 73. Trinity, 73. Good morning to you. Tarpon Springs, down at the Sponge Docks, 74. The Gulf temperature, 73. So you may see a little bit of fog out along the horizon, especially closer to the water, because dew points are also matching these air temperatures, and of course we have the Gulf temperature that's matching as well. So usually we see fog in that circumstance. The only thing helping us out would be some breezier winds this morning, kind of blowing, and they're coming in from the southwest, blowing it away. All right, temperatures on the bigger picture here across the rest of our beautiful counties. We have Brooksville and Dade City sitting just below 70 in these upper 60s, while Chula also in the upper 60s, generally lower 70s though as you head out the door. And of course the dew points are nice and high, making it feel very stuffy and muggy outside. Current temperatures across the rest of nature, wow, what a different picture. They actually have some 20s and 30s out there as you head out towards the Pacific Northwest. Seattle's actually at 42. Sarah Rosario, she's taking a nice little trip over to Colorado, 31. I wonder how she feels about that. We have a ridge of high pressure that has been in our area. That's why it has been drier. We haven't seen much rain besides a sea breeze shower. Humidity trends, look at this. Whoop, we take a nice little dip. You know what's happening there. We have some rain that will come our way, and the atmosphere will just basically cry itself out, as I like to say. So when we're this moisture rich, it feels like it could rain any minute. And we do have the chance for a shower, but it's very low opportunity, and we're not really looking at severe weather. Here's our bigger picture, what's going on across the nation, all the way from Texas, western Texas, even New Mexico there. They have some rainy weather, some stormy weather over in Oklahoma. Out by the state capitol, they have some severe thunderstorm warnings that are ongoing right now. That's that yellow box that you see there. The red boxes here would be those flood warnings across portions of Tennessee and Kentucky. Back here at home, again, we have a southeasterly wind, but keeping us nice and dry. We could see a sea breeze shower, but it would be very brief. We had a few yesterday, especially across our interior locations. For today, 92 for that daytime high. Again, we're stuck in that April heat wave. For tonight, 71. Patchy fog possible once again, but it shouldn't be too much to impact any Saturday morning commutes. All right, a European model. We're looking at the rain that will start to enter into our region come Sunday. Some folks along the panhandle there, they will get the first round of that rainfall, but it's really not coming down to us until about Monday. I know it has a little bit of green there, but this is just one model that we're looking at. 11 a.m. Monday, we could see a stray shower again, but the main rain event for us here in Tampa Bay will hold off until Tuesday. So this is Tuesday at midnight. Let's go a little bit further. The front pushes through early Tuesday morning, and then we're done with the system and we're on our way to cooling, more refreshing air. As far as how much rain to expect, well, again, the panhandle will see the first of it starting this weekend. So they could have 3 to 4 inches across the panhandle and even the Big Bend area. But back here closer to home, we'll have about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall altogether with the system that's arriving mainly Monday night into Tuesday. Finally, on your 7-day forecast, we do start to cool those temperatures down. We just have to wait until the rain gets here. So the next couple days, we're set up to sweat. I know it's pretty brutal outside, but hang in there, my friends. Stay hydrated. The 90s are with us. And then come Monday and Tuesday, it will feel much more refreshing, especially on the backside of that front.
All right, the women's NCAA Final Four countdown to the season.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many storms we have, but Colorado State University did put out their outlook, and there are several organizations that do this. Colorado State University is the first, actually, to put out this outlook, and I know there's always somebody that says, Colorado State, do they, forecast avalanches here in Florida? I know, I've heard it all. But let me tell you, they've been doing this for a long time, and they're pretty accurate. Last year, I believe they forecast 6 hurricanes and we had 5. So they have like an more than 80% accuracy rate last year alone. But every year I know it seems like that they say we're going to be more active, busier season. Well, guess what? We have warmer water. And right now we're moving from a La Nina to kind of a neutral pattern, and then eventually it will be El Nino. So it's not expected to be quite as busy as last year. And again, a busier season doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have landfalling hurricanes on the Florida coast. That's not what this says. This just says that they are expected a busier season than average. What's average? Well, usually we have about 14 named storms, 7 of those hurricanes, and 3 of those are major hurricanes. Now, the forecast from Colorado State, and again, this is just one forecast of many, they are expecting 17 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. So a little not as busy as last year, but still busier than average, if that makes sense. And again, that doesn't mean that we're going to have a landfalling storm. All right, getting back here to home. First, let's start with the bigger picture. There is some severe weather, and if anybody's traveling, I would just be aware you could have some flight delays if you are going out to the west or up to the northeast. We have some pretty strong, powerful storms that are still working through portions of Oklahoma, even portions of Texas, that northern panhandle. Severe thunderstorm warnings that you can see there. Some rain starting to splash into Kansas there. New Mexico also seeing some rain. Flood warnings that are ongoing in Kentucky. West Virginia getting some heavier rain out that way. All the way to the capital, some storms. Back here at home, we're nice and quiet, so you don't have any concerns about that. We are expecting some rain as we move into this upcoming week. That will help cool these temperatures down, but for now we're still stuck in the stuffy zone, right? Temperatures outside in Hillsborough and Pinellas County sitting in the low to mid 70s as you head out the door. Looking at the rest of our beautiful counties here, we have some upper 60s. That's more inland, Bartow and Wauchula, Dade City and Brooksville, but everywhere else we're in the low to mid 70s. Dew points are also in the upper 60s and lower 70s, so you may see a little bit of fog as you head out the door, but the winds are breezy enough that it shouldn't be an issue when it comes to visibility. As we look at the humidity trend, we see this nice little dip to the nice category. We like to play nice, right? Well, what's going to happen there is we have rain on the way for Monday night into Tuesday. For today, we could get a little sea breeze shower, but it would be brief if we did and pretty isolated. For tonight, 71. So again, we could have some patchy fog once again. Same setup, not much changing here, but here's that front that will start to enter into our region. Come Sunday, the Panhandle gets it first, then the Big Bend area, pretty typical of these fronts, right? And then it will start to sweep across Tampa Bay and the rest of the peninsula. So we're looking at the timing for us Monday night into Tuesday. How much rain can we expect? Well, generally for Tampa, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch. Most of the rain where they're looking at 3-4 inches will be closer to the Panhandle. 7-day forecast here. Again, we're stuck in the 90s through the weekend. Sunday, upper 80s. And then Monday and Tuesday, that rain arrives. Looking at you, Tuesday.